For Matt and Clede, elk hunting is a newfound addiction. The new terrain that they are experiencing has fueled the fire and keeps them coming back for more. After not harvesting anything on their last hunt, they are coming into this trip looking for vengeance and hoping to finally fill a tag on a New Mexico elk.
Matt, you got him.
I got him.
Well, the guys are headed to New Mexico, and Clede, he's up in the odds this time. He's taking a muzzleloader with him.
You know, when you're coming off a hunt in which you weren't really successful, you kind of got a chip on your shoulder. And so Clede's rolling into New Mexico, ready to get the deal done.
I just picked Matt up in the Albuquerque airport. Beautiful, beautiful town. If you ever want to visit there, probably don't do that. What you should do is visit outside of the cities around here. The country's awesome. I've been here for a week already, filming some clients for Vince at New Mexico Hunting Adventures, and now it's time for me to hunt. So Matt was gracious enough to get on an airplane this morning, fly out to New Mexico, and head north with me. We're going to be hunting in the northern part of New Mexico, up near the Colorado border somewhere, at an undisclosed location. And I have a muzzleloader tag, so get a little bit of extra reach, a little more than the bow from the last trip. So we're pretty excited. This has been an awesome week already. The bulls are screaming. The rut is cranking. It's a little bit late this year, which is perfect for us. So we are on a roll. It's time to kill some stuff.
There's no doubt with Wyoming behind them and what they ran into out there, they're super excited to get going.
So right out of the gate, these guys have a bull responding, and they move quick to get in position.
Filming hunts always makes everything a little bit more difficult, and a lot of times with these elk, you don't have very long to react and take a shot or get ready for the shot.
You know, sometimes as a cameraman, I've always felt like there's more pressure on that guy than there is the hunter. And there's no doubt that's what happened here.
If he starts to move, I'm shooting. Best, but how
far was it?
200 exactly.
200. Were you on him?
Did it get clouded out on the shot?
Oh, I got clouded out. But then it came back in right when he was going over.
Strut and Buck is being brought to you by Muddy Outdoors, high quality products at affordable prices. Big and J, the aroma is super strong, the range is super long. And Swagger, the bipod with moves.
If he starts to move, I'm shooting. We had that bull bugle a few minutes ago. And we just snuck in on him. We have like no pre-roll, like maybe 5 seconds. And we got a 200-yard shot. It felt good. The bull did not bail out. He kind of walked off, so it looks like he's hit. We're not positive, but...
You know, I don't think there's a worse feeling than making a shot and not knowing if you hit the animal or not. Obviously, with a lot of smoke and it being a muzzleloader, it can be challenging to know where the shot placement actually was.
Usually with film, we have an opportunity to go back and you can really see the shot and slow it down and see where you actually impacted the animal. But one thing about a muzzleloader is there's a lot of smoke. And that's what these guys ran into, is not really being able to define whether or not, number one, they hit the animal, and number two, how well it was hit if they did hit it. So at that point, it's, you know, tighten up the bootlaces and get after him.
We just rolled back in here. It's been about 8 hours since I shot, so probably 9. We have pretty much no real direction off of the video. What we saw and what the video showed is exactly what we all thought. We still don't know 100% if I actually hit the bull or missed him, so we do our due diligence here, if I can speak the English language today, and see if we can get in and figure this out. Find that bull. Hopefully I tucked it right in where it needed to be, and we just couldn't see it because of the tree that was in front of his vitals. So that's the hope.
So when the guys got back to look for this bull, it didn't take long to figure out what the real answer was. He was perfectly fine.
They found this bull actually herding up a set of cows.
We just saw the bull.
That's the same bull. Did you get him on video?
No.
We're just trying to see what we can hit up.
That's the same bull I shot at this morning. It doesn't look like he's hit at all. He just got a flash right there.
The best thing that could have happened. We didn't have to waste much time working on the recovery of an elk that wasn't hit. So now we're gonna back out of here. They boogered off, and we're gonna end up going to a new spot to glass tonight for possibly something tonight, but for sure in the morning. So see what we can do.
Vince is taking us to all of his great spots. So everybody else is killing bulls except us. He ain't even listening. He's probably just gonna leave us out here at some point if Matt keeps it up. Just gonna keep glassing, see what we can find.
You know, it's always funny as a hunter when you make a bad shot or miss. The first response is typically, let's blame our weapon.
One of the things you want to do is you want to check your equipment, make sure something hadn't gotten knocked off or anything like that.
I think that's kind of what happened in this scenario. And needless to say, they test fired the gun, and it was perfectly fine.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Nailed it.
150 dead on.
Yeah, this time it's all on you, Clede.
Strut and Buck is being brought to you by Element Outdoors, where technology meets comfort. Expedition Archery, experience perfection. And Thermacell, turn it on, mosquitoes gone. In the field or at home, we depend on sharp, reliable knives. We put our trust in Outdoor Edge and their replaceable blade knives to go with us on every hunt. When a blade dulls, we insert a shaving sharp new one with a simple push of a button. Outdoor Edge knives and tools. Always sharp, strong, and reliable.
The absolute best part of hunting out west is the scenery. I mean, hands down, it's some of the most beautiful country in the world. One of the worst parts about hunting out west is getting to where you can see the scenery. You need to be in a little bit better shape than what these two boys were.
Matt and I are fat, not a shape. And that's pretty much all I've got to say right now.
Yeah. It's about pretty much 10,000 feet, yeah.
Yeah, we're at 10.
Oh, we're over 10.
I think so, yeah.
It's a pretty quiet morning, but I think we should get into them here pretty quick. In the right spot.
You know, more times than not, I can't really relate to northern people, a lot of times being from the south. But in this scenario, I can perfectly say I could relate to these guys in this scenario. Sometimes I feel a little bit fat, a little bit out of shape.
About 10,500 feet this morning and glassed a few bulls moving into this bottom, so we moved down in here and had a mule deer doe and a fawn come through, and then we almost just got run over by another doe. So both times I thought it was elk coming through, it was muleys. It's a pretty cool morning so far. It's been hot, so we are situated between a couple water holes. We got one down here and a little creek flowing through, and we got another water hole down that way. So, kind of hoping these bulls are gonna push their cows off these hillsides down into the water. So that's the game plan. We got into it pretty good this morning and yesterday, so hopefully it continues.
So after a miss on the first day, the guys keep grinding it out, and for whatever reason, it seems like a lot of our hunts come down to the last day, and it looked like this one was headed that way again.
Strut and Buck is being brought to you by Exodus Broadheads by QAD, American-made tough, Outdoor Edge knives and tools, from field to freezer and everything in between, and Reveal cameras, always in the game.
All right, last morning. Here's our fearless leader, Vince. Ready to roll. Yeah, actually.
As it happens with a lot of hunts, I mean, you grind and you grind and you grind, and then, man, it seems like all of a sudden everything happens just bam. All of a sudden it's right in your face.
Let's go. Let's go. Get right. Get him open. Stand up.
With this bull screaming just out of sight, all Clede can do is wait for him to show.
Matt, you got him. I got him. Oh, he's
So after a miss on the first day, Clede finally gets an opportunity at this bull. And when the smoke clears, all his nightmares are coming true again.
I can't imagine what's going through his mind right now when the smoke cleared and this bull's still just standing there. And then to go figure he can reload not only a gun, a muzzle loader.
pretty close, I guess. I think I hit him on that second one.
So after his second shot, Clede, he's excited. He thinks he made a good shot on this bull. And a lot of us, we've all done this, you in the moment, you get settled in or you think you're settled in and make the shot and everything feels right. Then when the smoke clears, things are not so right.
We're gonna back out for like 2 or 3 hours and then come back up and see if we can get on him. So the waiting game begins again, man.
So after reviewing the footage, it was pretty obvious that, Clede had once again missed. And, verifying that with looking for blood for basically a half a day to 3/4 of a day, it is what it is. It was a couple tough trips out west for these guys, but, elk hunting's not easy.
The last 2 weeks have been exciting for Matt and Clede, as it was both their first elk hunts. And obviously they didn't go the way they hoped they would go. And the reality is that really is just hunting. It doesn't always go the way we hope it's gonna go. It doesn't mean that we stop and we just don't hunt. The guys had a blast. A lot of mistakes happened that I know Clede especially wished wouldn't have happened. But the reality is that does happen from time to time, and all we can do is live and learn. If I know anything about Clede and Matt, it doesn't mean they're gonna stop. Because the encounter with the bull screaming in your face, there's really nothing that can compare to it.
Well, early season mushroom trips are behind us now, and hopefully Clede gets his monkey off his back before the rut hits in the Midwest.
Clede might be the only guy I've ever met that can literally shoot a turkey in the eyeball with his bow and miss an elk 3 times with a gun. That's funny.
As the smoke clears,
They didn't realize that he was. Oh my God.
I can honestly say I ain't never been in a situation where when the smoke cleared, an animal would stand there and let me reload. How can you say that, man? How do you say it? How can I say it quick?
that's pretty funny. I like it.
Okay.
I mean, just reload. Reload a muzzle loader.